Hey everybody, Miss Ma'am here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Just want to give you a brief update of something that happened to me the other day. So I was looking for a job online and I was on Indeed. And I went through the process of applying and everything. So I got a reply back. So when I got the reply, the information looked a little bit weird on the email that I received. So I kind of, read the email and went through the process. But the difference was the job that I applied for, the position had been filled, but I was told that like in October, when the president of the company comes back, until then rather, then I could do a personal assistant position. And I was like, okay. So then they pasted a couple of paragraphs that were from the president of the company stating what the position was and how much it paid and all that stuff. So, and it looked weird in a way because from if you ever applied for a job to a company, it's going to have the email of the person who works for the company, like it'll say at whatever company.com. Well, this particular email said like Joe Brown at so and so. No, it said like Joe Brown 1234 at so and so.com, like at yahoo.com. And I thought that was a little strange. And so they were asking for my the email said something about, to send my name and address and telephone number over an email to this email address. Problem was, I applied for this position on Indeed. So I sent them a copy of my resume, which had my email address and it had my number, which I found out, of course, don't give out too much information when you're applying for positions online because of scams. So in this particular case, it was a scam. Reason why I found out was because anytime you do interactions with a company, first of all, they need to have a proper email address if you're dealing with a person. And they will title it like they're from the HR department or what have you. And they'll give a number and maybe the address of the name of the company. But in this case, this email didn't have it. They spoofed the information evidently somehow from Indeed. And then they turned around and contacted me directly trying to get information from me. So what I did was I did a little research. I went online. I Googled the company and got the number. So I had to call them the next day because the day had already, business hours were closed. So I called the next day. And guess what happened? So I called the office and I asked to speak to Joe Brown or whatever. And the gentleman on the phone said, Joe Brown doesn't work there. He's been getting all of these calls about a position that he has not posted. Never posted a position on Indeed for this. So what happened was he said that I don't know, what's happened, but people have been calling about a position, what have you. And the guy never worked there and everything. So I reported it to Indeed that this was a scam, because if they had directed me to come to an address and I went, there's no telling what would have happened. So the moral of this is keep your eyes open when you're applying for positions online. Make sure that they have the email address is whoever at thecompany.com, not like your random personal email address. Joe Brown 459 at Gmail. It should be the person's name at the company name. And sometimes it might be good just to verify the number. Call and see if it's an actual company and see if an actual person will pick up the phone. Because when I called before, when I called, the guy answered the phone, but he didn't say the company name. But he was the president or the person that the guy's name was real, but the company, somebody else spoofed the information from Indeed. So especially ladies, guys too, but especially ladies, be careful applying for positions online. And especially if they don't call you. Like I've been going on interviews and they will actually call me since I submitted an application So they will call and verify with me if I'm still looking for work or what have you. But this never happened with this company. Everything was via email. So always make sure you could talk to somebody. And if you have to, if things look a little squirrely, call the number and verify for yourself. So that kind of saved me some possible whatever have you. So just wanted to put that out there, guys, that sometimes applying for jobs and dealing with online business can be a little tricky, but always keep your eyes open and just make sure that everything is on the up and up, because these companies out here, sometimes they're not real and you could get caught up in a bad situation. So that's all for today, and hope that helps somebody. And as always, guys, vibrate higher, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.